blue trousers and a light blue shirt and black polished shoes. His hair is brushed close to his scalp. His name, says Mrs. Julian, is George. Say hello to George, children. Hello, George, goes everyone. Go me and Maxie. George says nothing. He doesn't look nervous. He doesn't smile. Welcome, George, says Mrs. Julian, to Darwin Avenue Primary Academy. He stares at her, then stares at us. We were expecting George last week, she says. She widens her eyes and beams at him. But it seems you weren't ready, George, were you? But you're here now. A treat for us all in the last week of term. George says nothing. She bends down and peers at him. He's rather splendid, isn't he, children? Yes, miss, say some of us. Go me and Maxie. Excellent. Now then, children, George will only be with us for a short time, so make him welcome. Make sure he knows all the ropes and the ins and outs and the how's your fathers and the ups and downs. I know you will do that. Will you do that, children? Yes, miss. Mrs. Julian beams at us. Excellent. Make sure his time here will be something he will always remember. He will join Mr. Sage's class. Me and Maxie nudge each other. That's our class. Now then, our bright and beautiful children and our wise and wonderful teachers, off to your classes you go. Chapter 2. We pass by Mrs. Julian's office on the way to class. She's in there with George and the woman. The woman's dressed in a cream-coloured suit. She's holding a black leather bag and Mrs. Julian is peering down into it. George is just standing there, looking out into the corridor through the open door. Maxie gives him a thumbs up. George does nothing. His face is blank. Looks like a right bundle of laughs, says Maxie. Oh, Daniel, Mrs. Julian calls. I come to a halt. I go to Mrs. Julian's door. Yes, Mrs. Julian? I say. She waves me into the office. In I go. This lady is Miss Crystal, she says. I say hello. Miss Crystal smiles kindly and says she's very pleased to meet me. And this, says Mrs. Julian, is George. Hi, I say. I put my hand out like Mrs. Julian would want me to do. George looks at it. Shake hands with Daniel, says Miss Crystal. George puts his hand out and I shake it. His hand is cold. He looks me in the eye. His eyes are pale blue. And say hello, George, says Miss Crystal. He says nothing. She smiles at me and whispers something into George's ear. Hello, says George. His voice is flat. He doesn't smile. Well done, George, says Miss Crystal. She nods at me like she's saying well done to me too. She writes something down on a form. Would you be kind enough to take George down to your class? Asks Miss Julian. Mr. Sage is expecting him. Aye, miss. She raises an eyebrow. Yes, miss, I say. Good lad. Thank you. Off you go then. Miss Crystal puts her hand on George's shoulder and steers him towards me. Thank you, Daniel, she says. It's very kind of you. I lead him out of the office and into the corridor. Is that your ma'am? I ask him. He says nothing. Neither do I. We pass other classrooms. The kids are settling down at their tables like they do every morning. It's so weird. Why do we do this? Every single morning. Troop into school, stand in assembly, listen to the same stuff, sing the same songs, sit at square desks in square rooms and get talked at by square teachers. Why does nobody see how weird it is? Why do they all act like robots? Seems like me and Max are the only ones who see the weirdness of it all. Was your last school like this one? I say to George. He doesn't answer. I guess it was. All schools are the same as far as I can tell. Weird. Me and Maxie can't wait for the term to end, for freedom to come. We'll be heading off to Cogan's Wood. We'll be going wild out there. Cogan's Wood. It's just a few short streets away. You can walk to it through the lanes and alleyways between the houses, but it feels like a different world. Freedom. We can't wait. George, I say, just as we reach the classroom door, you ever been to Cogan's Wood? He looks at me. Cogan's Wood, I say. It's great. It's really wild. A wood is a place in which there are many trees, he says. True enough, I say. Ma'am is the colloquial name for mother, he says. I stop and